Welcome back to my channel, and let's tune into tarot for the month of September 2021. For anyone with a sun, moon, or rising sign in the sign of Libra, this reading is for you. Now, do keep in mind this is a general forecast, so it will not resonate with everyone, but take what resonates and leave the rest behind for someone else. I do hope you find some guidance and insights for your month ahead, so let's go ahead and jump in. So for the first week of September 2021, for our Libra sun, moon, and rising signs, we have the Lovers. So this is a beautiful energy to come in the first week of the month, all about balance and harmony in your relationships, right? This can bring in a soulmate or a twin flame energy as well. And if it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, it can be a work relationship, it can be friendships, family, partnerships in general, but there seems to be an ease and a flow and a really deep connection happening in this first week, and feeling very attractive and almost communicating in a telepathic kind of way. It's a very deep connection that's coming in. So it's beautiful. In the second week, we've got the Nine of Swords reversed. So I see this as a healing card. If there was a period of time where you were not sleeping well, you were maybe panicking at night, or just had a lot going through your head, being very, possibly suffering from anxiety, or just a lot of concerns, possibly in regards to a relationship, I find there's an easing to this. There's a healing, and you're able to now sleep better at night. If you were panicking or in some kind of concerned state about your relationship, it seems like you were able to work things out. And again, because you're feeling so deeply connected, you're now able to sleep better, and that anxiety and the panic is subsiding. So that's also a very beautiful thing to happen this month. Now, I will say that Venus, which is Libra's ruling planet, is in Libra this month until September 14th. So that's basically showering us with Venus energy, which is the energy of love and beauty and money and sort of the sensual pleasures of life, good food, good textures, good sheets, good clothing, like good quality stuff in general. We're getting showered with that and feeling very in flow and in our power, and because our ruling planet is in our sign. So yeah, things are just really flow. I'm calling it the hyper flow. Libras are in hyper flow this month because things just seem super copacetic for you. In the third week of the month, we've got the Four of Wands, and this is, again, it's another relationship card. It's called the halfway to marriage card. So it's almost like you're taking your relationship to the next level. Some of you, if you're in a committed relationship, maybe you get engaged, or maybe you move in together, or just somehow it feels like your relationship is being elevated to some degree. This can bring in just a happy home and family life. So the kids are getting along, everyone's doing their chores, the house feels clean and organized, and maybe you've done some, well, not really spring cleaning, summer cleaning, did some goodwill trips or something to that effect. But like your home is your sanctuary. You feel good at home. You feel grounded. It just feels like there's a very supportive energy that's strong. It's like a strong foundation for you to build on to increase the, intensity or the level of your relationships or your family or your life in general. It just feels very grounded and solid, like life is good. And then in the last week, we've got the Six of Wands, which is another beautiful card where you're being celebrated or acknowledged or receiving a lot of attention and good press because of your work well done. So you're obviously, you deserve it, Libra. Okay, first of all, you've been working really hard, and it looks like you're getting the attention. I think it's a desired attention. It doesn't feel overwhelming. I mean, Libras tend to be kind of a social card, so I don't feel like you feel uncomfortable with attention. But whatever projects you might be concluding at this time, or new business ventures, or maybe you won something like a lottery, or you won some kind of competition. You're being recognized for that, celebrated, paraded around to some degree. Maybe your name is being passed around, or you're gaining a lot more subscribers or followers or clients or customers. So that might be something that's coming in as well. I also wanted to see, because this does feel very, relationship heavy this month, that if it's in like regards to your work, perhaps I'm kind of getting the feeling that perhaps you may have hired someone or needed to hire somebody. If one of your employees left, you're needing to replace that position, and it seems like whoever comes in at this month with the Lovers card is a really good fit, works really well with the team that's already existing, and perhaps what was keeping you up at night was just the fact that you needed to replace that position, and so there brings an easing and like I said, your anxiety and panic may be subsiding because you bring in quality people. Oh, Venus quality. You're bringing in good quality people to your team, and so your team is feeling very grounded and supported and strong, and perhaps you're gaining a lot more clients and attention. Perhaps your business is, maybe there's like some newspaper article, or do people read the newspaper these days, or some kind of story that was done on your business, or your business is getting a lot of attention and good press. So awesome energy coming in for our Libras. And then the final word of wisdom from Spirit, or from Oracle, we've got Spirit of the River, which says movement toward adventure. And so this is all about kind of going with the flow. And we'll read from the book to get the dirty deets from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. So Spirit of the River, again, has to do with movement toward adventure, addiction to problems, allowing and trusting the current. The Spirit of the River invites you to step into the flow, to stop swimming against or avoiding the current. Allow the waters to carry you downstream, away from the eddies and whirlpools. It's time to heed the call of a new adventure waiting for you. Stop working on the problem for a while. The issue is not what it seems, it is your addiction to fixing what has gone bad that is consuming so much of your time. Work to create a greater good, and the bad will resolve itself on its own. There is nothing that you can accomplish with more efforting, as the situations in your life right now are subject to forces beyond your control. Recognize this, step back, and trust the flow. And like I said, Libras are in hyper flow this month. I mean, things just seem so easy and so copacetic and so in flow, right? If you've been dealing with any challenges or struggles in the past, it just feels like there's not a lot of interference or static this month. Things just seem to work out. And like I said, life is just feeling good. When this card appears, it is time to say yes to the next leg of your journey. Ooh, taking your relationship to the next level, possibly. Your life is like a river, inevitably and inexorably flowing to the sea, which is your divine destination. Be fearless and release yourself to the rushing water in the middle of the stream. So just surrender to the current and where the flow is taking you. Whatever it is you are holding on to, the feelings, the thoughts, the beliefs about how things are or how they should or could be, can be fixed easily with the power of the Spirit of the River. Simply let go and enjoy the thrill of the ride, right? So it's about the journey, not the destination. All will be well, all will work out. Maybe part of the Nine of Swords reversed was previously you were trying to, focused on fixing a problem. And if you can just kind of surrender to the flow, things will work out, hopefully, a little better. There was also something about focusing on adding in the good, or rather not focusing on the bad. It is your addiction to fixing what has gone bad that is consuming so much of your time. Work to create a greater good, and the bad will resolve itself on its own. So one thing I wanted to talk about there is it kind of brought my attention to the way in terms of diet. Perhaps some of you are cleaning up your diet right now. A lot of nutritionists or dietitians will suggest something along the lines of, not necessarily taking out the bad stuff in your diet, but more so focusing on adding the good things in. Because when you start to add the good things in, like more greens and more vegetables and fresh foods and healthy fats and that kind of thing, then you'll develop a taste for those good things, and you'll add more of that into your diet, and it'll kind of just naturally crowd out the things that are not as supportive or healthy for you. So I'm sort of getting that vibe with this card as well, is just, focus less on your challenges and hardships and difficulties, and more on the good things in your life, and more of the good will come of that. So hopefully, Libras, that shed some insights and guidance for your month ahead. If so, do comment below, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with any of your Libra friends. I thank you again for being here today, and I will check in with you guys next month. Take care.